All right. Spencer Shamo here from Dominican Athletics with Paul Gunness. Is it Bendetti?
Yes,
Wait,
sir.
Paul Gunness-Bendetti, one of our seniors for men's golf. Uh, Paul, you've been here for 4 years. What's your favorite Dominican memory?
Oh, that's a tough one. There's a lot of great memories that I've had in my 4 years. I think my favorite memory, though, it's funny because he was just on the Dominican Sports page yesterday. Was the first time I ever had a conversation with Willie, and I just remember I walked up and everybody was telling me about Willie the janitor. He's like famous on campus, right? Everybody knows who Willie is. And as a freshman, I introduced myself and I didn't realize that that relationship was going to be now every time I walked in Conlin and Willie was there, I'm going to have a 15-minute conversation with Willie. And it's like my favorite memory because I remember he was telling me about some, one of the crazy Willie stories that he tells. And I don't know. Just after that, I was just like, wow, this is my place because this guy, he's just like the most fun guy you've ever met. And it's just the most unexpected character, he's just like, hey guys. And he just is the funniest guy. He tells
Oh
these
yeah,
great stories.
everyone's got a Willie story, and everyone's who's been into Dominican, whether they're a visitor, whether they're a student. I think everyone has had a conversation with Willie if they've come into Conlin. What's okay? So you're sheltering in place, like 80% of America. What's your go-to hobby right now? What are you doing?
I'm playing a lot of video games. I think I never thought we're going to see how good I can get at video games in the next couple months. I didn't realize, I could get sick of them because usually when I play video games, it's like a, a privilege because I'm so busy normally with golf
Yeah,
and school. And now it's like, it's all I do because I can't leave the house. So, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of video game playing has been done for sure.
what's the number one video game for you right now?
Probably the new Call of Duty. They just came out
Okay.
with a new game, good timing. If not that, then maybe Apex Legends because a lot of my friends we all play. We've been doing a lot of I've gotten a lot closer actually to some alumni like Drew Nelson,
Okay.
this graduate, Joey Saad, Nick Rivera. We've all been playing a lot of video games because we're all in shelter in place. So we play together via Xbox Live. It's been a lot of fun.
We got to do something like that. Maybe that's what we replaces sports here in the spring is we have like a Tiger Woods golf tournament between all the golfers from different
Right? I
schools.
wish they still make. I'm upset they don't make the Tiger Woods video game anymore.
I know.
Right now would be a perfect time. I would be grinding that hard. I'd be playing
Yeah.
a lot.
I
But
think everyone talks about like the NCAA football, right? They're like pulling out their, what is it? NCAA football 12 was the last one or something like that. They're all pulling them out, playing some college football. All right, Paul, next question. Your go-to dance move.
ooh, I mean, I have a signature dance move for those that know me best. My team knows it. Um, but if it's not that, I think it's the John Travolta, you know, uh, the
Oh
John
yeah. Oh,
Travolta move. I think that's probably my go-to. Those are my go-to moves.
you ever pull out a dance move on the golf course?
Oh yeah, no, my signature move is definitely pulled out on the golf course a lot. In crunch time, it's the intimidating move. But yeah, I mean, I think there's something to say when you have the moves on the course. People don't
That's
expect.
right.
So
That's
it's
right.
definitely a competitive advantage.
All right. Next question. Life is like professional wrestling. So what is your entrance music?
Oh, oof. Probably either "Fight for Your Right to Party" or "We Will Rock You." Those are my two. It's like it depends on who I'm fighting that night. If it's yeah, those are the two songs I think.
And are you going to be a villain or a hero? Because got to be one in professional wrestling. There is no in between.
Oh no, I'm definitely the hero. I'm definitely the little. I'm there for the little guy. I feel like I'm a crowd please. I feel like the crowd would like me. I feel I'm a crowd pleaser rather than like a crowd instigator.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Next question. If you're going to be represented in a movie, who's going to be cast as you?
Oof. I mean, I'd like to say Brad Pitt, but in actuality, probably Jonah Hill. I think would probably be my the actor that would play me. I mean, obviously, it's all about who's looking. My girlfriend would tell you Brad Pitt. I'd hope, but I think most would say Jonah Hill. I love Jonah Hill. He's funny. He's got a good sense of humor, and he's really stepped up for guys that are not don't have a six pack and been a good role model.
I think most of us don't have six packs, so
Yeah.
we all fit in that category.
Right. Right. Yeah.
What? Okay, which movie or book character do you most relate to?
Oof. I mean, I would say an inspiration, my role model was always James Bond. The Daniel Craig James Bond. I loved his swagger and sort of his persona. Um, but I think at the same time, a lot of Seth Rogen characters, whether they're just kind of can emulate who I am, just by the sense of humor aspect. So I think it could go either way. I think that if I was going to strive to be a movie character, it'd have to be James Bond, though.
Okay. Cool. What's the weirdest sports superstition you have?
All right. Well, I was excited for this question because I have two answers to this, right? I have the sports superstition and I have my quarantine superstition. So I don't know if you noticed, but normally I don't have this scruff going. And for the quarantine, I'm doing what a lot of hockey teams do. I'm going with the no shave until we get out of quarantine. At least that's the goal. But
There you
we'll
go.
see how long that lasts. I think my weirdest sports superstition, though, personally, is I'm like a big Lakers fan. I'm a big LA Kings fan. Growing up in Los Angeles, and if I didn't watch like the first game of a playoff series and we won that game, I
Hmm.
won't watch until we lose. So
Yeah.
like, which stinks because as a fan you want to watch, right? But and vice versa. So if we win, I have to watch every single game from the beginning to the end. You know, if it's a streaky thing. So if I
Yeah.
watch the first win, I'm watching all the wins until we lose, and then if we lose, I don't watch until we win again.
There you
So
go.
it's like one of those things.
It's only crazy if it doesn't work. That's what the commercial used to say.
Right.
It's like, yeah, when I was watching, I'm a big Cubs fan, watching the World Series 2016. I was in BYU, Hawaii, and watching it from work. Work ended, and I stayed in the office because I feared leaving and them losing Game 7.
Yeah,
So,
it changed mojo, right? Yeah,
oh
absolutely.
yeah,
I
hey,
remember
it
where I
worked.
was. I remember
So
where
it's
I
not
was for
good.
that game. I was in Buffalo Wild Wings in Petaluma with
Oh,
with
nice.
my friends, and I remember when was that Baez hit the home run over center field. Everybody went nuts.
Yeah,
And
it's a crazy game. That game went back and forth, and like as a Cubs fan, you felt like, oh man, we're gonna lose it in the ninth. The rain delay then adds to the drama. Man, that was a
right.
crazy game. Yeah,
Sports are.
memorable.
It's sad you don't even talk about sports right now because
Oh yeah. Hey, but we
there's
got to talk about something. Uh, all right, let's continue on sports. Who's on your Mount Rushmore?
golf Mount Rushmore. Well, obviously the head is Tiger Woods. You can't. You got to put Tiger up there. I think you got to put Jack Nicklaus up there. How many spots are there? 4 on Mount Rushmore or 5?
Four. Yeah, four spots.
Okay, so you got Tiger, you got Jack, and then after that, I think Arnold Palmer has to be up there because of
Okay.
just what he did for the game television wise. He started the Golf Channel, and he was a great player. And then the last one's is a toss up for me between Sam Snead, who has had the most PGA Tour wins up until Tiger just broke the record,
Hmm.
or I think it'd have to be Sam Snead, and then you have I think Rory will earn a spot up there one day, but I think right now it's Sam Snead to fill that 4th spot. Most people probably don't know who those people are, but they're all old time golfers. So
Hey,
yeah,
well, that's part of it. Like you got to earn your way onto that. Like you said, maybe Rory's got a chance to earn his way onto that Mount
yeah.
Rushmore and
I
be
feel like
around
Phil
them.
Mickelson's a snub there, but I just think you can't keep Sam Snead off of there, and Arnold Palmer's impact for the game, which is significant. So
All right. So, what is the funniest story you have with your coach, Gary Nelson?
all right, well. I think Coach and I both agree on this one. We were up in Washington last year to play a tournament, and Coach has always put anybody that's ever played for Coach Nelson knows he puts an emphasis on the final 4 holes, and he calls it the Phantom 4 because basically if you take the top 4 on the roster and you take their last 4 holes it's 16 holes. It's like a whole round, right? So we play those holes well, blah, blah, blah. It's a whole spiel. Well, I was struggling in my last 4 in this tournament. I was playing really well. I would play well for my first, the beginning of my round. And then the last 4, I would struggle and I'd shoot like 74 or 75. So coach was like, all right, in this final round, like I'm going to come with you in the last 4 holes and we're going to finish strong. So we get to the first of the last 4 for me. And I had a good drive, I had a good second shot, and I have like 20 feet for birdie. And we're walking up to the green, and coach is driving his cart right next to me. And I go, Coach, I think there's something in my pants. Like, I think it might be a bee because there's these wasps everywhere. And I had rain pants on. Rain pants are like these pants you put on when it's raining so you don't get your nice, cotton or whatever fabric pants wet. So you have these like waterproof pants on. So I have my rain pants on, and I'm like, Coach, I could swear there's like something in my pants. I can hear it, and it like, I feel like it's stinging me. And he was like, there's no way. Right. So we get up to the green and I put my bag down, etc. And I start like reaching my pocket and it stings me. It tries like almost stings me in the hand. Right. And I'm like, Coach, there's a bee in my pants. He's like, well, kill it. So I slap my pants. Right. And I'm like slapping him and he's like, dude, that's not going to kill anything. So next thing you know, we have like the pants, like the rain pants, like pulled like halfway off of me and like out. And we're both like slapping at this thing, trying to kill the bee. And, there's parents and everything around and they're probably like, what the heck is going on here? So coach and I are just like trying to kill this bee. And needless to say, I think I like 3-putted on that hole because I was so flustered from the whole experience. But it was unbelievable because coach is just like, you could see coach and I just smacking the back of my pants trying to kill this bee. And it was definitely one of the funniest experiences I've had with coach.
That's epic. That's an epic Gary Nelson story right there.
Right.
All right, last question. If you had to live one holiday in a time loop, like Groundhog Day, which holiday do you choose?
The thing about the holidays for me is like most of them, they just get so like, I know most people might say like Christmas or one of the like the basic ones, but I feel like I get so sick of that after, you know what I mean? Like Christmas is great because it's once a year. Imagine having to live that day over and over again, or Thanksgiving or one of those. So for me, probably it'd be like Memorial Day or New Year's Day, or one of those ones where you're just kind of relaxing, you don't have to work, it's just like no stress free, no school. Yeah, I think it would be one of those.
I gotta agree with you because it's like Christmas, you're gonna sit down, you're gonna open your presents, you're gonna get the same thing over and over and over again.
Right.
I don't know.
Like my thing with like those holidays is like I love my family, right? But you have to deal with so much family on Christmas and Thanksgiving, where it's just and think about how overweight I'd get. I probably gained 1,000 pounds if I had to do those 2 days over and over again. Memorial Day is great. I get to eat some hot dogs, and that'd be it. A couple of hamburgers and then go to bed. Maybe 4th of July, be another good one. Get to see some fireworks. I don't know. Yeah. Something where it's not like one of the major holidays. I don't think a major holiday would be fun.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us, Paul. Hope you're staying safe, that everything goes well for you, and that we'll be able to hear more from you, obviously, as you take over this and start highlighting some of our other seniors.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about it. All right. Thanks, Spencer.
Yep.